Hello guys and welcome to today's video, and yes, we are doing two videos in a row for 2 days here, and there's some big news here. We're going to be going over two forecasts from North Carolina State University and some other organization here in this video. And not only that, we're going to take a look at what has changed in the SSTs over the last 24 hours. So with that being said, yesterday was 25 days, and now we're 24 days until the start of this the tropical weather outlooks in the Atlantic. So, we're getting down to the last 3 weeks of waiting for that. So, it's going to go by quickly. Before you know it, it's going to be May 15th, and it's just going to be here, and just how it is. Anyways, we are now 41 days until the start of the official start of the Atlantic hurricane season, and that too is probably going to go down pretty quickly as we head out to the month of May, which is only 10 days away. May 1st is 10 days away from now. April 30th is 9 days from now, so it's not too far to go here before the start. All right, so now what we're going to do here is we're going to take a look at the North Carolina State University's hurricane season forecast for the year of 2022. So, you guys know that, they publish these, every year, right? So North Carolina State researchers are forecasting an above normal, that is for the seventh or eighth, the eighth consecutive, I think. Could be seven. I've lost track now because of every season has been totally chaotic in some way or fashion, and they are predicting 17 to 21 named storms. They're wanting us to get to the very end of the list once again for the third year in a row. They want to make us get towards the end of the list. That's amazing. It's not often you see three back-to-back seasons, try to exhaust the whole regular list here. So, we're going into uncharted territories if that 21 named storms comes to fruition here. So they predict 7 to 9 of those being hurricanes and 3 to 5 of those being major hurricanes. So that's a pretty big forecast there. And you can see, compared to Colorado State University, that is 19 which has 19 named storms, 9 hurricanes, and 4 major hurricanes. So this is what I'm going to read this paragraph out for you, and this is what they think will happen. It seemed like a golf year. North Carolina State researchers specifically studied how 2022's hurricane season could impact the Gulf of Mexico, similar to the past 2 years. The Gulf of Mexico is likely to see above normal tropical activity, even though some parts of Louisiana are still recovering from Ida last year. Researchers forecast 3 to 6 named storms in the Gulf of Mexico region, with 2 to 5 of those being hurricanes, and 1 to 2 could become major hurricanes in the Gulf. So North Carolina State University says, Gulf Coast, I'm sorry, you're going to have to pay attention for the third year in a row. God forbids we want Louisiana to get hit with another major this year. We all know that they need a break, and they need it badly at this point. Because then you had Laura in 2022. You had, all the other, systems that made landfall in 2022 as well in Louisiana, which were decent hurricanes, probably major hurricanes. And then you had Ida last year. So, hopefully we're not looking at another repeat of 2020 or 2021 in Louisiana. That will not be a good look whatsoever as we head forward. So with that being said, they've been, forecasting, but hurricane season runs from June 1st to November 30th, but tropical storms have developed in the Atlantic prior to the official start of the hurricane season ever since the year 2013. So it's a ball game here, guys. People in the Gulf Coast, if this comes to fruition, you guys are going to have to be paying the most attention here as we head out through the months. And here we are now. We are taking a look at Storm Geo's outlook here. This was in March. I wasn't able to find this until now. And here we go. They are predicting 21 named storms, so that's 3 organizations here that are in the 20 marks and that's definitely not a good look whatsoever for another possible devastating hurricane season, and and a very active. We don't know. Excuse me using the word devastation. I should be saying busy. Busy is a better word, Alan. You know that. So here they are: 21 named storms, 7 of which were. That's a 2021 hurricane season. Okay, well, you know what? There's a blunder for the video. All right, so yeah, I got kind of confused there. We'll keep that in there just for some comedic relief, so to speak. Anyways, here is the forecast for the 2022 hurricane season. For Storm Geo, and they're predicting 19 named storms, which is pretty high up. 8 hurricanes and 4 intense hurricanes. And these red lines are where the most high at risk areas are for the season, which they got a lot of the typical areas here at high risk. Talking about the island chains: Puerto Rico, Hispaniola, Dominican Republic, Cuba, Jamaica, Cancun, Miami, Louisiana, Houston, up the East Coast here, that have an above average chance of possibly seeing a system here. So we're just going to have to see how that pans out as we head out through the hurricane season to come. All right, so here we are. We're going to take a look at everything here. We're going to go back over the updates here, and we're going to tell you, how things have changed over the last, 4 or 5 months. So here, December, CSU put out their long range forecast, which they put out 13 to 16 named storms, 6 to 8 hurricanes, and 2 to 3 major hurricanes. And then tropical storm risk in December posted 18, 8, and 3 for their named storms, hurricanes, and major hurricanes. And then tropical storm risk came back again on April 6th, and they didn't really change anything besides the major hurricanes here. And they put four major hurricanes. So now that we're in April here, April 7th, CSU put out their main forecast for the season, and they went 19, 9, and 4. So they went way farther than what this was here in December. So the tropical weather company here put 28 and 4. So there you go, 20, which is a lot of storms. University of Arizona is on the lower side, though. They're doing 14, 7, and 3, which is pretty ballsy to say with the kind of environment that we have right now. I don't foresee us going any lower than 17, in my honest opinion. Maybe 18. Who knows? And then North Carolina State University, we already showed those. We're going to say them again here. 17 to 21 named storms, 7 to 9 hurricanes, and 3 to 5 major hurricanes. So we got a really busy season coming ahead for the 2022 Atlantic hurricane season. So before we close out here, we're going to take a look at the sea surface temperatures the past 24 hours. Probably nothing much has changed here. You can see April 20th, which is yesterday. You can see this hot tongue here that is really extending into the Gulf of Mexico here. And it's starting to extend east and west now on the 21st. So now we're going to take a look at the 22nd to see how that is working out. And as you can see, it is extending a little bit to the west and a little bit to the east, just slightly. And as you can see, the top of this warm tongue is still inching ever so closer to the Florida panhandle here. And, this is going to matter a lot come hurricane season, because this is where the loop current is going to set up. And, any storm that comes through here on the loop current is going to explode. We saw that with Ida last year. And, who's to say that won't happen again this year? I mean, we can all hope it don't, but, the truth is this is a area which is a ticking time bomb if a storm comes through this area during the off season, or not off season, but on season. But as you can see here, for the rest of the basin, it's staying relatively the same here. Maybe some 28s here that are starting to extend northwestward in the Caribbean. But, most of all, it's just practically stayed about the same in the last 24 hours. Obviously, 24 hours isn't enough time to see major changes, but since we're making this video, thought I would look over the temperatures anyways. So now we're going to take a look at the whole tropical Atlantic here, and you can see that these waters here, they're starting to creep up here. They're starting to fill in quite nicely here in the MDR region, and there's been some talks that the MDR is probably going to warm up pretty nicely come the month of May. And right now, we're already seeing a little bit of warming in these areas, which I'll show here towards the end of the video instead of looking at the Enzo region like we normally do. So you can see that that's 26, 27 line is right on the 9 north line. So it's starting to make its way north ever so slowly as we head out through time. So now we're going to take a look at the 21st today, and as you can see, they creeped up a little bit more. You can see that we're seeing some yellows here. That is there's not a whole lot of 9 north line left here for these 26s and 27s to move across. So yes, they are moving north, but ever so slowly. And that's going to be evident here in some of these charts that I'm about to show you here. So here we are here with the NOAA Coral Reef Watch sea surface temperature, the actual live sea surface temperature right now. And as you can see, since April 1st, we've had a steady incline of these sea surface temperatures. We were down around 25.2. Now we're sitting around 25.545 here, and it's continuing to rapidly or steadily increase here as we head out through the weeks and months ahead. So this is going to be an important key factor here on whether this is going to be an MDR season or a west-based season. And there's still plenty of time for these sea surface temperatures to rise, and we will see what happens with that as we head out through the next coming weeks and months ahead. So here we are with the actual anomalies, the departures from normal, and right now we're sitting at a value of negative 0.120, and we're not too far below average. Let's just say that we're not too far below average. So once we get to the 0 line, that's pretty much average MDR. And I do firmly believe that this is going to go above the average line here in the next couple of weeks as we head out through the month of May. We're almost done with April, so I'm pretty much saying once we hit to the first half, the end of the first half of May, we should know what to maybe expect during the hurricane season. So maybe in about call me here in about 20 days, and we'll see what happens here with these MDR temperatures. Anyways, with that being said, and granted that blunder halfway through the video, I have fun making these for you guys. I like to keep you guys informed and ahead of the season as much as I typically can. So with that being said, there are some things percolating in the tropics elsewhere. So maybe tomorrow I might start doing updates on the other systems that are currently in and about the tropical world elsewhere. Anyways, until the next time I do an Atlantic off-season outlook and discussion, this has been Alan Snyder, and I'm signing off. I hope you guys have a great day.